It's great to see all of you. Thanks so much for being here tonight. My name is Daren Griffin. I'm the CEO of the Reno-Tahoe Airport Authority. We're honored to have you interested enough in what we're doing at the airport to share your Thursday evening with us. So thanks so much for being here. We are here tonight to share with you some design progress on the capstone project in the MoreRNO program, which is the 2 concourse replacement. We call them New Gen A and B. You may have heard that name. These 2 concourses represent the largest part of the MoreRNO program. Of the $1 billion+ program, they are $650 million of it. They represent the largest project in the history of the Airport Authority. The 2 concourses that we use today were built in the late 1970s, opened in 1980 and 81, and there were no gates before that. So that was a big project for the time. They were 47 years old. It's time for an update, a refresh, as you all know. And so we're excited to be working on this project, and we're reaching a pivotal point right now. So this is a perfect time for us to share with you where we're at and what the next 4 years are going to look like. The most important part about these 2 new concourses is that they meet the needs of a growing community and an aviation system that has changed a lot since the 1970s. The airplane that we mostly flew in and out of at that time was the 737-100 and 200. Some of you may remember that airplane with about 110 seats. Today it's the MAX 8, MAX 9, MAX 10. It's almost 200 seats. You all know these concourses are way too small for the class of aircraft that Northern Nevada needs now. So we're excited to be working on a project that really enlarges and modernizes these concourses. We will be able to accommodate larger aircraft at every gate with hold rooms that are sized for larger crowds and just more space. So you're going to hear about all that. But first, I'm going to walk you through where we're at right now. So we've been working, as you all know, for a couple years on the MoreRNO project, ticketing hall. Hopefully you've seen it. That was the first project of the MoreRNO program, opened last year. And of course, we also got the loop road done. So we've really kind of been working on the front door to the airport, right? And we kind of have to get that work out of the way because it's a really difficult place to work. Everybody has to walk through there, drive through there. So that is all done. We've had about a 9-month kind of break from the active construction. And I encourage you to enjoy that break because it's almost over. And it's going to be a rough ride after that. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight because we're preaching patience and pardon our dust and all that because there's a lot that's about to happen. We're working on several other projects. As you all hopefully are aware, the MoreRNO program consists of those ones that we've completed and then a new ground transportation center, which is a complete new rental car experience, a new parking experience, and everything that's going to be happening there. We are also working on moving ourselves, the Reno-Tahoe Airport Authority, out of the terminal building. We don't have to be in there, but there are obviously airlines, TSA, concession providers that have to be in that building. So one of the ways you expand the terminal building is to get the people out of it that don't have to be there. So we're going to be building a building later this year just down the street to get ourselves out and create room for our important airline partners. This is the main event though, and it's what we're here to talk about tonight, which is these 2 new concourses and everything that's happening with those concourses. It's a complex project, as you all know, and all of these projects will begin construction by the end of this year. Starting next month in June, we will break ground on a ramp expansion that supports these 2 new concourses, and we will be breaking ground about every 2 months on one of these projects. And so a lot is about to happen. And so again, this is why it's a perfect time for us to work on this. We've been working on it since 2021. We started the conversation around what did MoreRNO need to consist of. We did a lot of feedback opportunities, a lot of surveying, talking to people about what they love about this airport, what they'd like to see us working on going forward. Everything in blue there is a project of some kind at the airport. Some of them are complete. Some of them are the ones we're talking about tonight. And so it's been quite a journey to get just to this point tonight. So, you know, one of the really cool things that we did at the front end of this project and program was to talk to our customers and ask them, what should we be focusing on? And you can see in the word cloud, These are all the sort of things that we got in feedback from people. And the word more kept coming up. More parking, first and foremost, but more place to sit down, more food options, more windows, more natural light, more visibility, more flights, of course. And so that's where the name MoreRNO came from the program. We also heard loud and clear that people love how easy it is to use this airport. And we're going to make the airport a little bit larger, a little bit more modern, right? Bringing it forward, but also hanging on to that easy to use, super convenient aspects that we all love about this airport. So we don't want to mess any of the good stuff up, but we do want to really focus on what do people want? How should this space be designed to reflect our heritage in Northern Nevada, the people that live here, the people that visit here? Airport is the first and last impression in any community, and we know that. And so it's been a wonderful design process. We're going to share where we're at tonight with that. Before I get to that, at some point tonight, we're expecting 3 really important elected officials to be here, and I have one of them with me already, and it's the mayor of Sparks, Ed Lawson. I'm going to invite Mayor Lawson to come up and just talk a little bit about what this project and program means to our community and the city of Sparks. So Mayor Lawson, welcome.
Thanks, Daren, and thanks everybody for being here. I've been doing a lot of traveling this year, so I've been in some very big airports, Dallas and Reagan and Miami and Atlanta. And one of the things I love is coming home. You know, when you get home here, it is nice. And these improvements that we're looking at for the airport, I think are going to be outstanding. There's some modern things that are happening in those other airports that is nice amenities that we're going to start seeing for us. And from my standpoint, it's like coming home and saying, you know what, here's a big hug, welcome home. And I think that's the spirit in which this design will be done, and that we will all have something to be proud of to show off for our neighbors and our friends and relatives who fly in here. And it's still probably the most convenient airport I've ever been in. So with that, I'm not a long speech giver, thank God, right? Yeah, but congratulations. I look forward to the next phases.
Mayor Lawson, thank you so much. Next, I'd like to invite up a Washoe County Chair, Alexis Hill. Chair Hill, please share with the group, if you will, your thoughts on the project and the program and the importance to our community. Welcome.
Thank you. What an exciting time it is to live in Washoe County. I think that we know how important our region is because we live here and we know how special it is, but everyone else has gotten that memo, and that is why we're doing this expansion. We are seeing so much business travel to our area and so much tourism come into our area, and this investment in the airport is an investment in our families. It's an investment in the future of our community. And I've talked to all of the airport team and our incredible trustees who are so dedicated to making sure that they're making the right decisions for you, and they are going to make sure that this still does feel like home, like Ed Lawson, our mayor, was saying. And so please keep us posted about what you think as you see the changes happening. Give us input tonight about your thoughts. And this is your project, this is your airport, and I just feel so much pride being, from Sparks, growing up here and seeing these incredible investments in the future of our area. So here's to a great future for Washoe County. I can't wait. Thank you.
Chair Hill, thank you so much. And at some point tonight, we are also expecting Reno Mayor Schieve. So when she gets here, I'll introduce her and give her a chance to speak to you as well. And I also want to echo Chair Hill's appreciation. We have a 9-member board of trustees who are charged with providing the vision, guidance, and leadership of an independent airport authority. And when you put $1 billion program in front of them, it ends up being a lot of really kind of stressful votes of we're spending a lot of money, and we're doing it for the right reasons, but that doesn't change the fact that it's never been done before. And what we're trying to do here between the concourses, the ground transportation center, and everything else that we're building. And so it is just fantastic to have a board of trustees. I'd like to have them stand up. I think they're in the back over there trying to hide, but if my trustees would please stand up, please give them a round of applause. I also have one former trustee, Jennifer Rose, in the room as well. We've been working on this for 5 years now, and so you start to have trustees that were with you, and they term out, and then new trustees join us and pick up where they left off. When you're doing something like this, a 5 to 8 year program, it takes a tremendous bandwidth of leadership, and a lot of people really committed to it to reach that finish line. And just with absolute perfect timing, I want to welcome Reno Mayor Hillary Schieve to come on up here and share your thoughts on the program and the project and what the airport means to the growth of the community. Perfect timing. Mayor Schieve, welcome. Please welcome Mayor Schieve.
Thank you so much. I literally just got out of a RCVA meeting with my friends. What? Is everyone afraid of me? Come on up here. We're actually gonna have some fun. We're gonna play a little quiz game. Don't you love that?
Jeopardy. I love Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Whose airport is it anyway? And you get to win big prizes. Guess what the prizes are?
Direct flight.
Nothing. I didn't bring anything. Oh, Alexis, Commissioner Hill says direct flights. I like that. Daren, you're gonna make sure that happens? Okay, all right, I love it. Okay, I actually am going to ask you, what airline was once owned our airport? Does anyone know? Do you know, sir? What's your name? Kyle. Kyle, nice to meet you. Do you know? No. Raise your hand if you know. Oh, you guys in the back, you guys, come on. They're like, me. But they all work at the airport. They should know. What do you think?
I didn't hear what your question was.
Oh, there was an airline that once owned our airport, Reno-Tahoe Airport. Who is it? Ah, who said United? There you go. Nice job. Okay. Let's see. Who's kind of newer to the region? Wait. You in the back. What's your name? Jasmine. Nice to meet you. Okay, this one's for you. Okay, well, don't worry, it's multiple choice. Okay, at one time we had an airline called Millionaire, Reno Air, or Con Air, like the like the hair. Con Air, like the hair. What do you think? Come on, this is stressful because what is it? Reno Air? Very good. Okay. Yay! Everyone remembers Reno Air, right? And then, what's one more? Who founded the Reno-Tahoe Airport? Does anyone know what famous aviator? Anyone want to guess? Do you want to guess?
I have no idea. Chuck Yeager?
What's his name?
Chuck Yeager?
No, Lindbergh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. In Lindbergh, can you believe that? Okay. All right, well, anyway, there's some of my trivia for the Reno-Tahoe Airport. How cool is that? Did you ever know that? Oh, one more thing that I think everyone should know. Let's see. Where was the Reno-Tahoe Airport once located? Was it located by downtown Reno? Was it located in Sparks? At Mr. Lawson's house, Mayor Lawson's house, or was it located at Washoe Golf Course?
Washoe Golf Course.
Oh, see, you guys all knew that, Washoe Golf Course. But seriously, isn't that amazing? So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited. Obviously, you guys probably love the airport as much as I do. I want to give a big shout out to our team back here, our RTAA team and the board members and our CVA is here. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the ones that show up every single day. Thank you for showing up for us and making it what I always call the biggest little airport in the world. It is truly one of the best. So everyone should be excited what is on the horizons We want to hear from all of you. Daren wants his inbox flooded with your comments and suggestions. He's like, I'm going to kill her. But we really do. We want your feedback because I think we are at a tipping point in this airport. But I also want to make sure, and this is just me, and maybe raise your hand if you feel the same way, I want to make sure that that airport also stays very, very convenient. You know when you go into a big airport and you're like, oh, I have to walk like forever. You're like, where is the terminal? Like, it's this never ending, right? And also, we are so fortunate because we have such great hospitality. Am I right? Don't you love, you just get off a flight and then you just get down to baggage claim and you're good to go. It's like the best feeling. We have something super, super special. So those are the things that we also don't want to lose. Again, being the biggest little, it's sort of who we are. And so we want to continue to capture that. But we have a lot of things on the horizon. And it's going to be fantastic. And I just want to say thank you so much, Daren, for all your hard work and your board's hard work. But I'm excited for what they're going to roll out because this has been a long time coming, right? And a labor of love, and it probably keeps Daren up at night. We even get to see carpet samples, I hear. Is that true, Daren? How many women love a carpet sample? I'm the girl at Home Depot. Carpet samples. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're excited, but please, we also want you part of the process, part of the community. Your airport truly is the front door to a city. It's the first thing that people see. It's the way that they engage with us. We need to make it the best experience possible. We have a great team that's going to be able to accomplish that. We're already doing great things. The economic impact to this region, from jobs to, it's about between 129,000, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Daren, to 145,000 of economic impact every time airplane touches ground in our city. So that is massive. So, and it's probably about what, 200 flights, 150 to 200 flights a day that come in?
Ways, yes, ma'am.
Okay, both ways. So that's about, do the math. I love it. 29 million every day. So there you go. But that just goes to show you the massive significance of what our airport does. So fly it, love it, and live it. Okay, thanks everyone.
Mayor Schieve, thank you. Thank you to Chair Hill and Mayor Lawson as well. We could not do what we're doing without the support of our elected leaders, and we're just so grateful for that. So we are now going to go into the design process and let you see where we're at and kind of the point of why you are here tonight. So I want to introduce to you Brent Mather, Design Director and Principal at Gensler, our lead architecture firm for the Concourses project. As a key leader of Gensler's aviation practice, Brent has a proven track record of leading highly sustainable, award-winning airport designs that capture the essence of their communities. Throughout his 31 years of experience, Brent has been widely recognized for his innovative vision and leadership, and he's personally led the design of the internationally acclaimed Eagle County, Colorado Regional Airport, as well as the Jackson Hole, Wyoming Airport. Other notable airports his leadership have been the Will Rogers World Airport in Oklahoma City, Tulsa International Airport, and Gunnison Crested View Regional Airport in Colorado. And this was one of the attractive parts about partnering with Gensler, is that Brent has worked at a lot of airports in similar size to what we're doing here. And it's important that that local feel and small community aspect really be an important part of this. So with that, Brent, I'll turn it over to you, and welcome. You got the class on this? Yes.
Thank you, Daren, for the very generous introduction. My mother would be very proud. So I'm excited to be here today to share the vision for the new concourses at Reno-Tahoe International Airport. You know, the energy and buzz about Reno is palpable. With the significant investment and growth within this community, the future is bright. So we feel it's critical that the new concourses reflect that vision and become a community asset for many decades to come. So the vision for the project is to capture and create a gateway to possibilities that embodies the Northern Nevada's spirit of adventure. So it was made clear from us day one by the stakeholders that the new concourses must capture the essence of Northern Nevada. And within some of the early stakeholder meetings throughout, we distilled a series of principles that came about from the various conversations to capture that essence. So first, ease of travel. So this is about intuitive movement throughout, as well as thoughtful wayfinding, relaxing, as well as comfortable amenities. Next, humble roots. This is really about a tribute to Reno and the region's historically humble roots, with attributes considering being resilient, down to earth, and authentic. Innovative spirit. So this is more about acknowledging the Native American heritage as well as the pioneer past, and Reno's emergence as an innovative tech hub. Sense of community. This is really about reflecting and creating an environment that can showcase and integrate local businesses, local artists, as well as culture. And then stewards over the environment. So this is really about fostering appreciation for the natural environment with meaningful sustainability measures that truly create a lasting legacy for this community for many decades to come. So wild at heart. So this was more of a wild card. It's about celebrating Reno's rebelliousness through a sense of discovery as well as adventure, and honoring freedom of expression. And then uniqueness of the landscape. I love this one. I think it's really centered around capturing the extreme contrast between the Sierra Nevada mountains as well as the high desert that encompass Reno. So this is an aerial view of the entire airport terminal. In the middle, you see the existing main terminal head house where the glass is lit up. That's Timber Ridge, McDonald's, etc. New Concourse A is off to the left. New Concourse B is off to the right. Essentially, these new concourses are going to showcase the mountain views in every direction. This feature alone will be a transformative experience for anybody who travels in and out of this airport. So this is a key plan of the overall terminal in the middle. So in the middle, that area will be primarily untouched, with the exception of new signage. Off to the left and to the right are the large corridors that connect the concourses. We call them connectors. They will be getting a refresh as well as a reimagined signage and art program, all in the spirit of improving the passenger experience. Each of the concourses will include 100% more amenities as well as 100% more concessions, with improved gate lounges to accommodate some of the current overcrowding that is experienced at the airport. And then I'll talk in more detail about some of the new restroom amenities and features along those lines. So concessions. There will be 100% more concessions within the concourse. What you see in red will be retail functions. The salmon color is more food and beverage. I think some of the key parts to reference is they will be reimagined in a way that is more integrated within the hold rooms, more visible, more convenient for passengers, all in the spirit of easing comfort for the stress of travel. Additionally, the advertising program is going to be redesigned, reimagined in a way that is embracing more of the new digital technology, which is part of the new market trends. So restrooms, I like to talk about restrooms. They're very important in airports. There's going to be 4 new restroom blocks. They're going to be next generation, innovative restrooms centered around a hospitality experience. There'll be 4 one family restroom on each of the blocks. And then each concourse will have 1 pet relief room, nursing room, as well as an adult changing room. So this is a cross section through one of the new concourses. I'm going to touch on some of the key design features. So you'll notice in the future significantly more volume within the gate areas, as well as that's paired with 14-foot tall windows on the exterior, showcasing the incredible views. On the perimeter, on the right side, you'll see a roof overhang. That's going to minimize glare for not only the passengers, but as well as airline employees. It will further reduce heat gain, which will save energy in the long run and help contribute to what is a 50% reduction over the energy usage of the existing terminal. In the middle, you see the new skylight. That will be an exceptional feature that's going to create ambient daylight throughout the day from sunrise to sunset. And this is a rendering of the east side of Concourse B. You can see the mountains and Mount Rose off to the left. Really, the key architectural defining feature of this is the simple yet bold roof form of rusted steel. More specifically, the materiality is going to be masonry, corrugated metal, rusted steel, and then the highly transparent glazing is going to reveal the wood enclosures telegraphed from the inside. So next, I'm going to narrate a new quintessentially Reno passenger experience through 4 different curated moments which are inspired by Northern Nevada. So the first in the upper left will be the restroom concept, Sierra Blue. The bottom left, New Reno, which is a new hub of concessions. And then the main body of the concourse is the high desert concept. And then the termination at the far right is the hub inspired by the dark sky sanctuary. So this is the first restroom block for departing passengers towards Concourse A. It's really defined by the blue glass as well as the darker metals. These are intuitive wayfinding elements that you'll find at all 4 restroom blocks. Additionally, the thoughtful signage in different ways is also going to reinforce the location for passengers. And then upon entering the restrooms, the natural daylight will create a lot of energy and atmosphere. Conceptually, I mentioned this Sierra Blue concept, so you can see it left. The stone as well as the wood elements you find in nature here, as well as obviously the beautiful blue Tahoe is finding its way into the design concept. Another first impression for passengers entering the restrooms is this warm hospitality-like feel, and that is really garnered from the indirect lighting, as well as the warm tones such as the wood ceramic tile, as well as the simple touches like the 4 individual mirrors that you see. Other elements include ease of movement, so there's going to be a lot more space around to circulate, so that will be a nice comforting aspect, as well as happy to report deeper restroom stalls, so you can fit your bag within and with ease and comfort. And then as you leave the restroom towards what we call the confluence of a new retail block at left and 3 new food and beverage concepts at back is what we call the Bend. The Bend is inspired by really kind of the new fun and funky aspects of Midtown, some of the renovated pieces of downtown, create more of that funky vibe. And then as you get deeper into the Bend function here, you can see the skylight above starts to reveal itself here, as well as the large window facing west, showcasing some of the mountain views. The 3 different food and beverage concepts I mentioned are off to the left. And there's very visible seating groups, so there's one in between on the left with access to a potential future outdoor terrace, as well as one in the foreground. And sort of building on the MoreRNO program, there's going to be 100% more concessions within the concourse. This is just one fraction of them. So moving into the main body of the concourse we call the high desert concept. So this is really inspired by the tones, textures, and colors you find in the high desert. This element is showcased here not only in the architecture and the materials, but also in the furnishings that you see in the foreground. Really, the bulk of this concept comes here through the main circulation. So this is really the connection between the hub area and the end of the concourses themselves. It's primarily defined by the larger gate lounges, so there's going to be 100% more area within the gate lounges over the existing. So what that means is you will not be experiencing the level of congestion that you currently do. Other elements, the warm material palette, the wood ceiling, the columns, as well as the furnishings, really, in our perspective, create the quintessential Northern Nevada mountain modern experience. In the future of sustainability within the concourse themselves are all of these. So the project's going to feature daylight harvesting with highly efficient LED elements and controls that can help reduce the energy consumption and help contribute to the 50% reduction in energy over the existing terminal. So this is a rendering of the gate areas. So they're really defined by the 14-foot tall windows, as well as the dramatic views. Another more anecdote, there's going to be 450% more views out the windows over the existing concourses. Other aspects of this is the reimagined organization of how the gaming is. So there's a lot more porosity, meaning a lot of more ease of movement between to and from the circulation over what exists today. So midway down each of the concourses will be a coffee shop. Really the defining element for these is there's no walls and there's no visual barriers between the gates that flank either side. And those are very important. On Concourse B, there's provisions for a outdoor terrace adjacent to this. So you can see in the view there's a vestibule in the back. Here's a rendered view of that. So this will have a great view of Rattlesnake Mountain as well as the nice range to the east. And it'll have a variety of seating groups to suit various passenger needs. Then lastly, the culmination of the journey is what we call the hub. And this is really 6 different gates surrounding this new restaurant bar concept. The inspiration for this is the Dark Sky Sanctuary. So this is a location, an international monument that's about 150 miles north of here. It's one of the darkest places on Earth, apparently, and it has some of the most incredible star-filled nights. And so that is really the nexus of the concept, which you see at the right, with the dappled light coming through the wood ceiling as well as the mirrored finishes above. As this transitions tonight, it's going to become really more of a welcoming, very moody type of environment. Other key features of the bar restaurant is passengers will have the ability to have food and beverages with their family and friends, but still have a view of their gate in case they see their plane boarding or arriving. Other elements, at right you see the integration of some gaming elements, so that's really the last chance for someone to test their luck before they take off. Thank you for letting me share the vision for the Reno-Tahoe Airport. If I can leave you with one thing, there's incredible things on the way at this airport. The vision's bold, and we hope to provide a new solution to concourses that really are a legacy that everyone's proud of for many decades to come. Thank you.
Oh, I think I played your animation. So, thank you all so much for being here tonight. You like it? I must say, it looked even more spectacular on these really big screens, Brent. It's so exciting. You know, there's so many airport projects going on right now. When you leave RNO and you fly to Dallas or Denver or Salt Lake, the new Salt Lake, Burbank's building a new airport, San Diego's building a new airport, right? We're falling further and further behind in terms of the experience. This not only catches us up, but we're going to be leading the pack with this state-of-the-art facility that is being designed here. There's so much thought that's gone into this to reflect where we live and that sense of place, right? When you get off the airplane, you walk down the jet bridge, we want people to know where they're at. And we're really confident that they're going to know exactly where they're at with this design. And that's so exciting. So what we're doing next is we got an army of people here to share information with you. There's lots of breakout stations, 6 different breakout stations along the sides of the room here, depending on what you're most interested in, but hopefully you'll hit them all, which includes our accessibility and inclusive amenities. Brent touched on a little bit, but that's an entire area of design in an airport terminal that most people don't realize is really advancing, and a lot of thought is going into how to make this an airport that is easy and open and accessible for people of all abilities. The passenger and employee experience, we don't often think about the 3,000 employees that work at the airport, and this is a huge change for them. So information around that. If you want information on our other MoreRNO projects, that's back in the corner over there. Over there in the middle, if you're interested in the art program, which we don't know what it's going to be yet because we haven't selected artists or advertised, but we do have a 1% art commitment, and we'll be spending multiple millions of dollars on public art. It's going to be stunning, and we have a slide deck and experts over there to talk about how are we going to get to what the art is going to be in the building. Please visit that station. What am I forgetting? Over here is look and feel in the corners. So if you're interested in some of the finishes that Brent talked about, 3D model, some other imagery that we have of what it's going to be like to be inside these concourses, please visit that station. And then if you're interested in advertising, gaming, food and beverage, retail, coffee, burger, all of that stuff people are interested in, right? We want more food, we want more choices, we want local businesses, right? Local restaurants that we love to be represented in the airport. In the back corner over there is our information on that. There will be a really robust program to outreach and solicit that sort of response. That what is the best of Northern Nevada that we can feature? It'll be wide open. There'll be a lengthy selection process for that because it's so important what we pick in terms of food, coffee, or whatever it is that you're interested in. So all of these areas, people are standing by to answer questions and talk to you about your questions. And lastly, your feedback. We're super high tech here. All you got to do is scan this QR code and you can tell us what you think. It's the easiest way to do it. Do it from your phone, whether it's about art or gaming or the design that you saw. You know, I want to leave you with what we can't really do justice to in pictures is how much larger these concourses are compared to what we experience today. They're not longer. So first, that whole, we want to hang on to that super convenient experience, we have done that. The concourses are not any longer, or if they are, it's a tiny bit longer than what you experience today. So the walking distance is the same. They're a lot taller and a lot wider, deeper, and just a lot more room. You saw the numbers there. Everything is between 100 and 400% more. And that's not easy to achieve. And this design has achieved facilities and experiences that are going to give us so much more. But preserve that easy walk when you get off that plane. I'm well aware of the Reno Dash where people get to the airport 10 minutes before it's time to board. We're trying to hang on to that for you. It's hard to do when you're growing like we are, but we have a really good shot at preserving that experience and giving you an absolutely fantastic upgrade that is on par and beyond every other place that you're flying to right now. So that is it. Please scan the QR code as you go around. Give us your feedback, whatever that may be. Questions, ideas, gaps, things you think we should think about. We're at 70% design. We're closing in on it, but we're not complete yet. We still have room to adjust. The first concourse will begin construction in January. The team probably wants me to say February or March. It's January. And we will start building everything else between now and then. And so a lot's about to happen. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Please visit our stations and again, get ready for the ride. It's going to be exciting, but thank you all so much for your support. It means a lot.